Getting about those, thanks again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast, San Jose, California. So let's go ahead and get into the topic of today's video, saving some moolah for your stage 2, or maybe you want that 475 sound in your Harley Milwaukee 8. I made a video about this recently. I was discussing how people are just looking for that 475 sound, that chop, that beautiful idle sound for your M8. So started thinking about, hey, wait a minute, Harley has SNS has a 475 kit with the PV-3 tune, everything all in one shop. SNS has a really cool setup where you could just buy everything that you need. You don't have to add it, you don't have to tune it, you don't have to do any of this other stuff. It's all together. And this is basically the most affordable way for you to get this SNS. Now keep in mind, I just bought the full kit, the parts, the push rods, the oil pump, the plate, everything. Of course, I had a viewer ask me, hey, do I really need the pump? Do I really need the plate? I have a 2020 model, and this is where I started just kind of explaining and thinking about, of course, this kit. Now, if you have a 2020, 21, 2022, or 2023, you don't have to replace your pump or your plate. You don't have to upgrade it or anything like that. Honestly, if you're not planning on going in, a big displacement with a 128, 131, or a 135, if you're planning on keeping it just stage 2, strictly just stage 2, like myself, you probably don't need to spend the extra money on the pump and on the plate. Yes, it will benefit your engine running cooler. It's going to benefit from pumping more oil. It's going to lubricate it, all that other good stuff. But that new plate that Harley has, they pretty much designed it for your crank, for your run out. Of course, you would have to measure your run out and see if you could even use that new upgraded plate. There's a video on my TikTok where a Lowrider S, brand new 2022 with 800 miles, has a run out of 8,000s, which is, you can't use this upgraded pump or plate. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's get on the topic. So, I just wanted to mention that. Do you really need the pump and the plate if you have a 2020? No. All right, you can save yourself some money. Of course, this tuner, this PV-3, is only for a 6-pin CAN bus system, so you're pretty much limited. If you have a 2020, you're pretty much in the clear. Congratulations, you could buy just this kit. If you have a 2017, 2018, or 2019, you would have to buy the pump, or like I mentioned in my install video, you could go ahead, reach out to your local performance shop or your Harley shop or your dealership and see if they have a 2020 pump laying around. See if they have a 2021, 2022, just something that has that revised O-ring on the on that pump, which is this guy right here. This is part number 624000205. This is the O-ring that you need to have on your pump, on your on the revised version of it. So like I said, the 2020 pump has that O-ring, and newer 2021, 2022, 2023. As long as you could get any of those pumps, like I said, reach out to your local dealer or reach out to your performance shop. Ask them, hey, do you have a pump laying around? Maybe you could just buy it off of them, used or whatever, or you could just buy it from Harley, or you could opt out or opt in for the full plate and pump. If you have a 2017, 2018, 2019, I believe it's like $700, so that is going to add to the overall cost of this 475. So anyways, let's look at the numbers. $548, $600, give or take, depending on who you get it from. It's a solid price, really solid price, because you get the cam. Let's look at the little kit they have here. You get the cam. All right, that's a $300 option. You also get the bearing and the gasket, which is something that you must change out anyways. This should come with O-rings for your pump. I'm not entirely sure. They might not be in the picture, but I think this is I'm pretty sure it should have those O-rings for the pump and for the plate. So you get the cam 475, which sounds amazing. Good overall performance. You also get the gasket and the bearing, which is, like I said, you need to swap that out, and you get the PV-3, which is, you know, this is what saves you a ton of money. So you get the PV-3 with the map. So you already have the map. You don't have to get it tuned. So this is pretty much a do-it-yourself kit. You can do this at your house. You don't even have to schedule a dyno tune or anything like that. It's pretty much ready, set, and go. You know, you don't have to do much of anything else. So if you look at these numbers, it looks good. Overall, you know, this is at the wheel numbers. Okay, so this is the 114. You have 75 horsepower at 100 foot-pounds of torque. I thought it was a little bit more than that, but like I said, this is at the wheel. So between what Harley advertises on their website compared to at the wheel, so you do lose a little bit of the numbers because of the final drive belt. It's got a little bit of slack. It's not the same as a chain, so it's not going to transfer the same amount of power to the wheel. So this is where you lose a little bit of performance. So 75 horsepower, 100 foot-pounds of torque, and with their with their tune and cam 475, you get an increase of 105 horsepower, which is pretty impressive. All right, I might add, for only $600, you know, that's a really good deal. And you get 114 foot-pounds of torque. Now, my numbers on my bike, obviously I got mine dyno tuned, which cost me an arm and a leg. You know, this, I mean, I would have been happy with these numbers. I would have been happy with this map. I contacted SNS, see if they could send me this map. Unfortunately, they said no. I got to buy this kit. They want me to purchase the PV-3 through them. I understand. If I get this map without me buying the PV-3 kit, then, you know, they're losing money. Even though I did pay the full kit, you know, I don't know. I wanted this map so I could avoid visiting the dyno tune. I mean, I could have just bought this kit, and, you know, and I could have bought this kit, and I think I would have saved. I would have actually saved about $50 if I would have just bought this kit just for the PV-3, because I already have the Power Vision, and I could have hooked this up to my bike, and I would have had these numbers instead of taking it to my local tuner, and of course paying the $600 anyways. But, you know, that just really depends on you. Do you want the absolute best numbers for your Harley? My numbers, I mean, they're not that far off of this. So my numbers, 114 horsepower with 127 foot-pounds of torque. You know, that's up to you. You can decide, is that really worth? Keep in mind the Power Vision, the tune license. You're looking at $600 for the Power Vision, and then another $600 for the for the tune, for the dyno tune. We're talking about $1,200 right there that you're saving off of with, you know, buying this kit. You know, is that really worth the extra 10 horsepower and the additional 14 foot-pounds of torque? That $1,200. You guys let me know in the comments, is that worth it? So overall, this kit looks pretty amazing. Like I said, $600 for that amount, you know, that amount of performance, and not to mention you get that Harley sound. That's the big, you know, key part of this. You get that 475 chop sound in your exhaust, and you know, you get some decent performance at the wheel. These are at the wheel numbers. Impressive overall. You guys can let me know in the comments, is this worth it? Or would you rather, you know, spend twice the amount for the Power Vision and the dyno tune, and you know, just, I guess, not have it California compliant? I guess that's one of the other cons to this, is you buy this kit, it's going to be California compliant, but you know, overall, warranty and stuff like that, I think it's pretty good. You know, it's just, I guess, you're running it at in a safe performance zone. I always mention this in a lot of my videos. When you go OEM or you go 50 state, it's a mild performance gain. But you know what? There's nothing really mild about these numbers. So yeah, you guys can let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? You know, I think this is probably the best deal right now for your Milwaukee 8. And like I mentioned, if you need the pump and the plate, of course you could either go with Fueling, you could go with Screaming Eagle. Screaming Eagle has a setup, or you could go with S&S as well. And I believe they're all about the same price, $600 to $700 overall. So the only one thing that has me a tad bit confused is touring models. I'm not entirely sure why is it only touring models. I'm confused because the 475 cam fits in the Milwaukee 8. The powertrain on the Softails and the touring models is the same. All right, it's a 114. It's exactly the same engine, drivetrain on both the touring models and the on the Softails. So I don't understand why is this only for touring models. It could be related with this tune with a longer pipe. That's what I believe. I think this tune is because you have 4 different options with this PV-3. You have a muffler option, a slip-ons, and you have a full headers system option with this PV-3. So I'm not entirely sure why is this only touring models, because like I said, this cam works on both Softail and touring models, and the PV-3 works with the CAN bus 6-pin connector on these bikes. So this is pretty much good for 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. 2021 was when Harley swapped out the ECM or the ECU connector. So you might be able to buy the cable. You would have to probably contact Dynojet, PowerVision, Dynojet. You could probably contact Dynojet and see if they have the updated cable, which is the 2021, 2022, and the 2023. So before you even buy this, if you have a 21, 2022, or 2023, you should contact Dynojet and ask if they have the new connector, because that's the only thing that's changed on these. This is a 6-pin, and the new one I believe is a 4-pin. So that's what I believe. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, the video is getting long now. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Maybe this will help you decide. Maybe you're on a budget and you want that sound with some decent numbers. Like I said, this isn't this isn't anything to frown upon or anything like that. These are solid numbers. These numbers are better than the Screaming Eagle options. Their torque cam and their power cam and their Screaming Eagle map. These numbers are far better than what you would get from Screaming Eagle. Sorry guys, still sick, still fighting this cold. It's gonna go 3 weeks now. But anyways, life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.